Hello everyone, I'm Palest, but you can all call me Harry. Today we've got a free-for-all on Underground. This is my first, or one of my first games back after I've returned from uni for my summer holidays. So I was quite excited to get a gameplay early on. I just want to talk about what I'm doing in this game. As you can see, I made my first and really my only main mistake right at the beginning of the game there, where I tried to preempt a grenade, and there are a couple of people already looking at me. So I get shot there, but I quickly relocate when I spawn. You see something that I do a lot in this game, and that I tend to do in general, and I've mentioned it in other free-for-all videos, is to patrol. And as you'll see, I basically take this quarter of the map down this side, and I go backwards and forwards, and I don't really do a great deal of movement outside of this quarter. I move certainly within the quarter, but I don't venture into other areas of the map. As I've mentioned elsewhere, the advantage of this is that when you stay in an area for a prolonged period of time, you acquire a certain knowledge about that area. You get hints of where people are, you gain a certain knowledge of where the spawns are, where people tend to be coming from. So staying in that area for a certain period of time allows you to really predict what your enemies are doing, and this game is really all about prediction. When you've got guns that kill so quickly, you need to be able to predict what people are doing and know what they're doing before they even do it. So as you can see, I often have picked up where enemies are positioned even before I see them. I'm doing a lot of this through using my headset and using the SitRep Pro perk, which increases the volume of enemy footsteps. Very effective in free-for-all. My strike chain, as you can see, the first perk that I get is steady aim and then dead silence. So by my fourth kill, I've got SitRep Pro, increasing the sound of my enemy's footsteps, steady aim, which is improving my hip fire and cutting down the time it takes me to start shooting after sprinting, and I've also got dead silence, which silences my own footsteps. So I've got very good effective setup for an SMG after only 4 kills. As you can see there, something I do is I get shot and then I duck behind cover, and the person is in a worse position than I am. He was in a worse position than I am because I was higher than him. So I was able to pop out of cover, take him out quite easily in the end. As you can see, I was still rotating in this area. Again, I already have knowledge of where people are coming from, and actually I've built up a rhythm. This is something a lot of players talk about in their commentaries, and I think it's true. You want to build up a rhythm when you're playing. Your rhythm will change depending on the map, depending on where you're playing on the map, and depending on the day, depending on the player. But as you can see, I take out enemies at fairly regular intervals here. I get a quick win this game, and it's mainly because my rhythm is good. When you do poorly in a game, you often find it's because your rhythm's off, because you're not prepared for enemies, because you haven't acquired knowledge about the area that you're patrolling. So all these things play together. Already I'm just about 3 minutes into the game, and I've already 2/3 of the way to the victory. So this is looking to be a quick free-for-all, but obviously got to take it home still. I'm locating enemies by sound. As you can see, I already know where they are before I see them, as I mentioned earlier. Hit fire that guy. Just looking for enemies to kill now. Still not tempted to go out in the open. I mean, what was made more difficult this game was that someone else in the game managed to pick up a Reaper and then an AC-130, which of course limited my movement outside. But that's fine, because the area I'm patrolling is inside, and this is a particularly good close quarters area. I've mentioned elsewhere that you need to be picking an area to patrol that favours your weapon choice, because I'm using the MP7. Although this is effective at medium range, it's especially deadly at short range. As you see, it completely chews up people. So I've picked a area that really caters for this weapon. I believe the final 2 kills are coming up here. I hear this guy coming to the left, and I also hear one just coming to the right, so I can shoot straight away, pick up the 24-point streak, and I get the Moab. This is going to kill everyone on the map and take me to 30 kills, which finishes off the free-for-all. So I hope that's given you an insight into how I went about getting that Moab in this gameplay, how to tackle, or certainly one way of tackling Underground with an SMG. I've got a Moab on this map before with an assault rifle, so it's worth mixing up your weapon choice, seeing what works for you. But obviously you need to consider rotating around a different area if you're going to use an assault rifle, not that same quarter as I just used there. That's all for today. Thanks a lot for listening, and I'll see you later.